name is Joe Blick, and I'm a military brat. I grew up in, well, not really any one place. My dad was a Marine. He served 27 years. I'm proud of my father. He was a decorated Marine in the Korean War. He was a Navy Cross winner, and we're very proud to have a hero in our house. He is my hero. And my mom died last year, but she was a Marine too. She had been a secretary in the Marine Corps, and that's how they met. Mary and I are high school sweethearts. We met in the middle of high school and dated all the way through college, and been married, at least on my end of it, happily for 41 years. And we have 2 children. Jeff is the oldest one. He is a lawyer here in town and goes to St. Peter's. And then my youngest son, Brian, is at the Naval Academy. He's director of football operations there. You know, I respected my father a lot. He was, like I said, my hero, and I just never wanted to disappoint him. And he was the guy at church that, although he goes to adoration now, which was always a shock to our family, growing up, he was the guy that did the work around the church when they asked for the men and left the praying and everything else to my mom. But he was always loyal to my mom, always loyal to us, and loyal to his country. And I think I learned loyalty from him more than anything else. I guess I'm here because of my mom. My mom was like she taught us our Catholic faith, and was a beautiful role model with that. Teaching, I was a teacher first. I was educated as a teacher at Carolina, and spent 2 years teaching and coaching, and I enjoyed it. Mary and I decided to go to law school. She worked like 3 jobs to put me through, and I remember coming home from law school all tired and wore out and depressed, and then I'd see her going to her 3rd job. It was kind of hard to feel sorry for yourself. And I think in teaching, I learned and try to teach even to these kids today that you know, you have to work for everything you have, but we live in the kind of country that if you're willing to work hard, you can achieve what you desire. So that was my first job, and then worked in the court system ever since then. I consider it one job. I started as assistant district attorney, worked 16 years there, and then went on to the bench for another 16, and then 3rd one's here. I was a cradle Catholic. I never doubted my faith. I mean, well, like everybody else, you have questions, but I never, ever doubted the church. I've told my kids before, I don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for my faith in the church. It's a beautiful faith. It's one of the things I try to let these kids know, that this is a gem, that they just have to, you know, be able to take it and be amazed by what it is. One of the things I think I've realized late in life is the tremendous mercy of God. Just His divine mercy, just, if you spend time thinking about it, just overwhelms you, and you realize that no matter what you've done, you know, in your life, and I've never really done a whole lot of bad stuff. I was like the normal kid and growing up and things, but no matter what you do, if you choose the wrong path, God, you know, He moves you to where He wants you. And He's just so forgiving and so loving that we can't even begin to think. I think we make God too small. And I think if we look at Him too much in our society with human traits, and He's beyond any human trait we have, we can never outlove Him. I cannot conceive of my existence, without Jesus Christ being a focal point of my life. I'm not a, you know, rah-rah, go preach on the street kind of guy, but, you know, just no decision. I tell the kids, I've never made a decision on my life that wasn't made on my knees. And I think that's the most important thing, that God will always steer you right. You may think you made the wrong decision, but in the end, God will always right it and make it a right decision. We just have to be patient. And I've been fortunate to live so long by God's grace that I've seen where He's done things in my life that weren't happenstance. There's no such thing as coincidence. God is always intentionally moving in our life if we let Him.